You are welcome to Live from Readers Studios, igniting readers, inspiring change, transforming Africa. As we do here on this channel, we are diving into a new story that will inspire you to make a difference right where you are. Imagine a young boy in Nigeria growing up in a world where the stories told about his people were written by strangers. Stories that called Africa dark, backward, and voiceless. But this boy would grow up, give Africa a voice so powerful the world will never see us the same way again. His name, Chinua Achebe. Chinua Achebe was born in 1930 in a small Igbo town in Nigeria. His parents were Christian converts, but he also grew up surrounded by the rich traditions, stories, and proverbs of the Igbo people. As a child, Achebe loved reading, but the books he read in schools often painted Africans as savages without history or culture. That really hurt. Achebe studied English literature at the University of Ibadan, and there he made a decision. Africa must tell her own story. In 1958, he wrote Things Fall Apart. The novel tells the story of Okonkwo, a proud Igbo leader whose world is torn apart by the arrival of European colonialism. Achebe didn't just tell a story, he opened a window. He showed the dignity, struggles, and humanity of African life before enduring colonial rule. Readers around the world were shocked. For the first time, Africa was speaking for herself. The book became one of the most widely read novels in modern history, translated into more than 50 languages. Achebe went on to write more novels, essays, and poems, each one challenging stereotypes and giving Africa a platform. He also mentored young writers and became a moral voice against corruption and bad leadership in Nigeria. He wasn't just a writer, he was a revolutionary with a pen. Chinua Achebe's impact stretched far beyond Nigeria. His work gave birth to a whole generation of African writers who realized, yes, our stories matter too. Today, when people talk about world literature, Achebe's name stands beside Shakespeare and Hemingway. But unlike them, Achebe carried the weight of reclaiming an entire continent's image. His influence was not just in books. Achebe's ideas shaped movements in education, politics, and identity across Africa. He helped us stand tall again. When he passed away in 2013, the world mourned a legend, but his words still live on. Until the lions have their own historians, the history of the hunt will always glorify the hunter. Achebe became that lion's historian. Now, let's reflect on these questions. Why do you think Achebe felt it was important for Africans to tell their own stories? How do stories shape the way people see themselves and their culture? And to you, what story from your own community deserves to be told to the world? And now to our vocabulary sparks. Colonialism. When one country controls another country, often by force or for its own gain. Tradition. beliefs and customs passed down through generations. Stereotypes, a simple, often unfair idea about a group of people. Legacy, what someone leaves behind that continues to influence others. You've been listening to Lifelong Readers Studios, igniting readers, inspiring change, transforming Africa. Remember to hit subscribe, like the video, and share with a friend. Catch you on the next episode.